Hello there, welcome back to Exile Island. Abatan Sheriffdeen here. In this video, I'll be showing you 14 statistical functions in Excel. And one important thing to note here is that these are not all the statistical functions in Excel, but these are the major ones you will get to use in your career as a data analyst or business analyst or whatever career you are into. These are the most common statistical function and the basics that you're going to use in Excel. So I'm going to show you about the count, average, median, mode, max and mean, percentile, standard deviation and variance. So we are also going to look at the rank, small and large, and the percent rank. So what the count, average, median and the rest does is that they are used to perform basic calculations on a data array. So for example, when you look at this here, we have these values. I want to look for the count of the sample size. It's simply going to count each row from A2 to A20 and give us the count of each row, which will be 19. So if you want to look for the average, you simply press equals average. It's going to add all of them together and divide by the count, and what gives you the average. So the most important thing is that all these formulas are pretty much the same, pretty straightforward. All you have to mention is the calculation you want to do at a particular time. If you want to get the median, just type median, select your array, mode and select your array, max, mean, percentile, standard deviation and variance. So let's go to rank, small and large. So what the rank function does is that it returns the rank of a particular number among a list of values. You should know that the rank, small and large are pretty much does the same task. So when you look at rank, we have these values here. I want to get the rank of the value 90 in the list of value. When you input the syntaxes, you mention the cell first, A2, then you mention the array. So the value 90 is the second it's on the second rank. When you check the number by value, when you see the ISA is 98, which is having the rank of 1, and 90 is the next one to having the rank of 2. That's pretty straightforward for rank. What the small and large does is that they return the nth smallest and largest value in an array. So the nth is you mention, is it the second smallest largest number you want, the third largest number, or the fourth? So you have to mention the nth what's there. And when you see this same array, we have values from row 2 to row 8. I want to look for the largest second number, which is the nth. I mentioned here. When you see, when you write large equals large, then this time around you mention the array first, then you mention is it the second largest or the third largest, and 90 is going to be the second largest number in the array, which is going to be 90. When you mention small is going to be pretty much the same thing. You mention the array, and you mention is it the smallest, the third smallest, the fourth smallest, and 50 is going to be the smallest largest number in this sense. Now let's go to percent rank. So the percent rank is exactly like the rank, but this time around is give you the rank of the data set or of the array in percentage. So the syntax is pretty much different from the rank, but in the first instance we mention the array first, followed by the value. So in this instance we mention our array equals percent rank, and you mention the array, then the value. And you see here when we mention this percent rank array, and another important thing to notice, make sure the reference is fixed. So if you don't understand cell referencing, you can watch this video up here to have a brief understanding of cell referencing. So without further ado, let's jump into Microsoft Excel and actually see how the formulas work in real life scenario. Talking about this is not going to do much more good. So but before we get started, if this is your first time on my channel and you love to be a Microsoft Excel pro with straight to the point tutorials, please do consider subscribing to my channel and turn on the notification bell to be the first to know when I drop new content. So let's go into Microsoft Excel and actually use these formulas in practice. Hello, so welcome back from the short break. Here I am in Microsoft Excel. I have a team level data here. You can see I have the year, the team, the league, player, and salary. I want to play this rank and percent rank, so we'll be working mostly with this salary column. When you check this sheet here, we have statistical functions, so we're going to be practicing some of the statistical function we mentioned. So let's get started with this. Okay, so we want to calculate this sample size. All you have to do is equals count. So, and I go back to this worksheet. We are going to be working within worksheets. I just select this column and just hit enter. So it's going to give me a count of my of my sample size, which is 4,134. So the average salary, so I told you these formulas are pretty much the same. Just type in average, then I simply mention the array that I want, hit enter, give you the average, the median, says for equals median, mention the array, the range, then click enter, give you the median, mode, same thing, mention the array. So let's wait for it. The one thing you should know about mode is that it takes time to calculate in Excel. The reason behind that, sincerely speaking, I don't have an idea. So we just wait like few seconds, maybe like 5, 10, 50 seconds for it to actually calculate. Yeah, that's it. Oops, since I've used the wrong mode here, just want a simple mode. Yep, is it. Yep, so that's it. So the max, which will be the maximum salary, simply use max. Same. So the mean equals mean. So standard deviation, which is just ST dev. Let's use this. The variance, which is just the square root of standard deviation. If you still remember your basic mathematics. Now this, we're going to be using the what? The 10th highest salary and the 100th lowest salary. So in this way, we're going to use large. So just input large. See, so I'll mention the array first, which is going to be this. Then a comma. This is for the key. We're looking for the word the 10th. So just write 10. This is it's giving the word the 10th highest salary. I could also just copy this formula down here. So since I'm looking for the lowest salary, I'll just write my formula in the formula bar. So that's a quick way to work the formula. I'll just change this to hundreds. So we're looking for the word. Just enter. So that's how to work super fast within formula. So let's come back here. We have 2 digits. Now I want to populate the rank. So the rank is pretty straightforward also. You just measure equals rank. And here's the rank. So the first one is this number, which I want to get the rank of this number, and I input a comma. It's going to ask for the what? The reference. Just put this on here. So it's going to ask for the reference, which is going to be this cell again, actually. Then I double Ctrl Shift arrow down to get the old reference. It's going to be array. I'm going to rank those against each other. Then I fix this by pressing F4 once. When I fix that, parentheses, close parentheses, and I hit enter. So you see it's going to give me the rank. And the reason why I'm fixing is when I copy this formula down, I don't want my formula to shift. I only want the words this to shift. When you see, when I press F2, you can see it's only this that is changing, but my reference is what is fixed. So if you don't understand cell referencing, do watch this video up here. Let's press escape. So percent rank is pretty much straightforward. Equals percent rank. Let's mention percent rank. Here it is. Now this is a little bit different from rank. We are going to mention our array first. So in this case, this will be our array. Ctrl Shift arrow down. Then come back up here. Fix it also. Comma. Then mention that. Close it. So you're going to give us in percentages. Like copy the formula down. It is working perfectly well. Voila. So there you have it. You want 14 basic stats functions in Excel that you can get your hand on and quickly make you an Excel expert. So if this tutorial was helpful, please consider giving it a thumbs up, share. Let me know how you feel about this video in the comment section, and thanks for watching. And please don't forget to hit the subscribe button if you haven't subscribed on my channel, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.